Yo, what's good? It's another night to be alright. And upon another night of being alright, some of y'all kids need to learn how to fight. So we're going to reverse engineer here to today's current events with the case, starting with the Carmelo Anthony case. No, it was not good. None of his peers, no black jurors there. There was some that were excused and taken off the jurors list. Just the whole situation, when you read about how the situation came about at the track event, you got to know you had an ultimate loss, okay? It was so many, man, I don't even know where to start with this, but it's so many lessons when it comes to life in general for the black child, okay? For the black man or woman. But we're going to start here with that. Children don't fight like they used to, right? They go to guns, they go to stabbing, okay? I was taught somebody put your hands on you, you gotta beat that ass, okay? It didn't go to the guns first, didn't go to the knives and none of that. You fight. That's how you fight, hand-to-hand fight. People don't fight on hand-to-hand combat no more. I think Carmelo Anthony would have been better off beating that ass and taking the suspension. And off the rip, when you gotta make a race case, because it is what it is. If it was black on black crime, I'm sure it would have been self-defense, but instantly you're gonna lose, okay? White versus black, you're gonna lose. Then when you go back towards last week, the child case with the dude running the black boy out the store who looked like he was stealing, but he wasn't stealing, and then shooting him in his back after he done ran away. He got he was found not guilty also. This it's like they showing lessons, they making lessons, modern day lessons for history, black history, or just history in general. But even going further, past a murder case, when you get to the graduations, the girl who didn't get her diploma because she was twerking on the stage, like, when you go back to it, you got to look at the parents. What are they teaching their children? What are they not teaching their children? The lessons that children aren't getting today. I know off the rip, me and my bros, one of the things my pops was saying, you got 2 strikes against you already, being black and being a male, being young and black. There's 2 strikes. You don't need to give them third. And then it's like, parents, the way they children are, they don't give them corrective action like they used to. I come to era where you beat that ass, where you tap that ass, where you get a spanking because you out of order. Violence restores order. You got to get the little spanking to let you the factory reset. Parents don't do that these days, and it shows. We can't just blame the children for their actions. You got to blame the parents for not teaching the past and the present day black history. Automatically off the rip. Some children don't know how to act in stores. Okay, you got to conduct yourself accordingly in different situations, and obviously they're not being taught. They're not being taught that. Or maybe they forget. But even being an outsider looking in, going to stores and you see how children acting with other children in the store, like they ain't got no sense, like they don't have common sense, they don't have no type of decorum when it comes to acting in the public and with other races. But this is not giving nobody a pass, okay? This is not saying none of the actions that other races have done to my fellow black people have been okay. It's just an eye-opener that history needs to be retaught to our current generations growing up. Like, instead of them always on the tablet just doing mindless videos and things of that nature, they need to learn things that have happened, ways to interact with different cultures, different situations, and common sense life or death situations. Some of these children don't know how to read the room. They don't know how to act, and some people do have bad children, and they need to know that they have bad children. You got to normalize telling people their kids is bad and they need some type of corrective action. But it's the sad truth. It's the sad truth. And no, there will never be a pass. You always got to be twice as good being black, okay? Whether you the female, the male, and it don't matter. You're never going to win. You're not going to, you can't win for losing. Yeah, we got to do twice as much. And I know I've been in run-ins with the law. I know how to act. I've been in all white schools, predominantly black schools. So I've had the experience with both different races and other races and things like that. But it's like parents need to do a better job. At least modern day parents need to do a better job at teaching their children how to conduct themselves in different life or death situations. It's too much mindless learning and applications happening where they just, you got I don't even know the cartoons that they're watching, Baby Shark and all this other stuff, and Louie or Gooey, whatever it's called, but it's like they're not really learning nothing. Whether it's crazy though. It's crazy. And you wonder why. I'm gonna just say that's the 13th reason why.